week's recap of the amazing race.
Well, if you remember, 2 weeks ago...
Feels like it's been forever.
Hasn't it, though?
They ended up in Italy.
In a non-elimination leg with TNT hanging by a thread.
All right, so, come on, guys. So this time, everyone was traveling to the Isle of Malta.
Where's Malta?
No one knew. No one even knew if it was a country, a city, or what. It's a country.
Is it?
Yes!
I didn't know.
So, the clue said, once you arrive in Malta, which is its own country...
Did it say which is its own country?
No. You have to go to this bar, get these drinks on a tray,
Yeah.
and carry them.
And deliver them to the knights.
Right.
The Maltese knights.
Okay, so Amy is nursing a bit of an injury right now. She trained too hard prior to the race, and her leg it's flaring up.
It's tight, so it's hard for her to run. So the wrestlers made fun of her. That's so
mean.
Messed up.
So mean. All right, so...
Not all the wrestlers did, though. They also, once they all got on the ferry to go to Malta, made a pact with everyone else to double U-turn the cyclists.
Well,
they
wouldn't
don't
it just
like
be
them.
one U-turn?
No, I don't know.
It's double U-turn because there's two opportunities for it. Whatever. So, yeah, the cyclists were off on their own, and everyone else was like, oh, why aren't they hanging out with us?
Because they're in it to win it.
And they're from New York.
They're tough broads.
All right, well, everyone else also took this opportunity to come up with some nicknames.
Molar.
Cuspid.
Cookies and cream. Really?
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Let's talk about Malta.
When they got to the bar and they found out that they had to climb up about 1,000,000 stairs
with these trays.
With the tray.
Okay, heavy tray. You had to hold it with one hand only at like a certain height.
That looked like a beautiful bottle of Mateus wine.
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah, and 2 wine glasses. So it was a little shaky, and it was freaking pitch dark as well.
Luckily for Adam and Bethany, they had those nice little, what are those called?
Headlamps.
Yeah, headlamps.
Jim dropped his glasses before he even made it out the door of the bar.
Oh no.
And when you drop them, you gotta clean it up with a broom and a dustpan.
So you gotta go all the way back to the bar, get the broom, clean it up, go back, and then get a new set.
All right, another heartbreaker. Bethany made it all the way up to the knight's table, and just as she was taking the tray down, dumped it.
No, that sucked. I felt so bad for them.
And the guy was like, clean that up! And I'm like, don't be so mean to her.
Yeah. Well, the cyclists, they didn't really have an issue with it. They're like, hey, what's up? Let's get drunk.
Hey, Knights of Malta, get it on.
Let's party.
Yeah, they're hilarious, yet not that hilarious.
Well, Brooke and Robbie finished right at about the same time as the cyclists, and the cyclists had their taxi ready to go. Brooke and Robbie, on the other hand, were like, what are we gonna do?
Could you call us a taxi? Oh yeah, they're calling one right now. Yeah, sure they are. No, they are. Sure, I don't believe you. And then
the cyclists are pulling away, and they're just like, no, we're gonna cancel that taxi. Oh, snap!
You know,
it was karma.
Brooke and Robbie do have a proven problem getting a taxi, though.
They do.
Either it's them or it's just dumb luck. I'm thinking it's them.
I'm starting to think that they're the problem because this has happened so many times.
Yeah. So, next stop, the Blue Grotto. Did you catch how blue that water was?
It was amazing.
It was almost like it was lit up from underneath.
So the clue for this one, they get there and it's like a necklace with a pendant on it, and it had a time.
Right. There were different times that you could take
2 different
boat.
times. 3 7:30s and 3 7:45s.
So that's the next day. So they had to sleep out on a freaking yoga mat, and not even a good one.
At least they had a mat and like a blanket or something.
It was like a 1/4-inch yoga mat.
They didn't have to give them anything.
Well, great. So they slept outside, and then the next day it was time for the roadblock. They found out that they had to rappel down 20 stories.
Who's feeling blue? All right, so
into the Blue Grotto.
Once they got into the water, they had to swim into the
grotto
and find the clue.
and then swim back.
Right.
Not that big a deal.
Well, I'm sure they were very tired from rappelling.
Right.
It's a lot of arm work.
They got to sleep that night on on a rock.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, Church of Saint Scholastica. You mean the Scholastica Book Fair Church?
Patron saint of the Scholastic Book Fair. It's been a long day.
All right, so when they got there, the first team that got there was...
The cyclists.
Yes. They got the clue, but then the other teams saw the cyclists and they went right past the clue.
Yeah, so this was set up for the detour, but they only got the names of the 2 detours and no details. So you
Right.
had to choose blindly which one you were going to do, and then you got more information when you got to the location.
So Misty and Jim and TNT went right to the detour with bypassing the clue, so they had to go back.
And Tim and TJ were like, oh crap, this is not right because we haven't
There
done
should
our
be a
speed
speed
bump
bump.
yet. So they go back and they
With
find
no
it.
shoes on.
Yeah.
And they find that the speed bump is painting a cross on a shield. Not that big a deal. I have to say, it was pretty sloppy. I thought they were going to make them do it again, but they were probably just like,
It seems
whatever.
like most of the speed bumps are really not that big of a deal.
It's just a time waster.
It's a speed bump.
Right. Got it. Slow down.
Okay, so let's talk about the 2 detours. You could either choose Flag or Shine.
Well, Flag was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
They had this pole sticking out above the water.
I call it like a log.
I call it like a thing on a boat.
Okay.
And they greased it up about halfway up to the end, and it had 4 flags on it, 2 yellow and 2 red. Both people had to grab 1 flag. So one lucky person got to grab a yellow one, and another person got to grab a red one.
That sucks.
Because the red one was further out. So it seemed like most people didn't have that much trouble getting the first flag.
Yeah, because you could pretty much just jump
Right.
from the point where the grease started to get that yellow flag.
Although the dentists didn't get any flag.
They were like, hell no, we're switching.
So the dentist and the cyclist switched right away. And Amy and Maya,
Amy was like,
They couldn't get
no
anything.
way, because she couldn't run, and you can't
Right.
just like creep up that
No.
log pole thing.
lol. And Tim and TJ switched from... No, not yet.
Okay, let's talk about Shine. This one was definitely, I would say, the easier of the 2, but it was the
More
really time-consuming one.
They had to polish helmets and breastplates on your partner while you were both wearing them.
Yeah.
And
There was a lot of
polishing. There was some sandpaper involved. There was lots
Lot
of
of rust.
scrubbing. Yeah. The wrestlers started with that one and then switched to the pole.
and then they were like, nope, switch back.
And TNT, they were really going at the pole one for a while.
But it just was not
It
happening.
was not happening. And unfortunately, they waited a little bit too long. They switched back over to the other one. But we'll get there. Pit stop time. Fort Manuel.
All right.
And
Waiting there for them, a man with a Maltese falcon.
kind of looks like this, but not really.
No, this falcon was wearing like a helmet. It's crazy.
That's so it can't see until it's ready to hunt.
I know, but it was awesome.
All right, well, Adam and Bethany were smart.
They decided to use their express pass for the detour, so they went right to that pit stop.
And they came in first place. And the
It was a
prize
good week
this
to be
week,
first.
$10,000 each.
Each.
That's awesome. They could really use that money. Misty and Jim came in second.
Third place, Kim and Allie. That top 3 is so intense.
It is. Fourth place, Amy and Maya. I'm surprised that they made up some time there.
And then it was really close between Brooke and Robbie and Tim and TJ. So Tim and TJ
According
finished
to
after.
the edit, it was close.
But they had their taxi waiting. And of course, Brooke and Robbie,
They suck at taxis.
they can't do taxis.
So they took them a while to get a taxi. And unfortunately, Tim and TJ came in last.
No! I'm so sad to see
I'm
them go.
so bummed out because I was rooting for them from day one.
Yeah.
From the cast reveal.
Tim and
We were
TJ, if
rooting
you're
for
watching
them.
this, we love you.
We do love
and we
you.
had such a great time watching you this season.
Yeah. Thanks for a great season. So next time it's a double U-turn, the one that they've been waiting for. Will the cyclist
gonna
get it in the end?
happen?
I don't know. But there's going to be many painful massages.
I feel like it's that one with those
the cups?
glass things. Yeah.
That's called cupping.
I think it's cupping.
And Jim falls off the zip line thing and is hanging by a thread.
That looks scary.
And Adam and Bethany in trouble?
I don't know.
Something tells me that they might have tried to take a penalty by bypassing one of the tasks.
We'll see.
I don't know. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. And if you're sad to see Tim and TJ go, let us know because we think it sucks.
Yeah.
So, until next time,
Much love.
Edit.